Okay, a couple more sort of utility things in session view. What if we want to change the time and meter in session view? We're going to do that in the scene launch, okay? We can say when I launch this scene, I want to change the tempo. And when I launch this scene, I want to change that tempo. Okay, here's how we do it. If you're in a clip, so we're going to go over to these scene launches. And when I click on one, you might see different things. But what we want to see is this. If you don't see that, click the main heading in your main track here, and then go click on one of your scene launch buttons, and it should come up. There we go. Okay, so we can say the tempo here is, let's say we want to go down to 108. Okay, now you can see that this clip, the play button on this scene launch, turned this like teal color. That means that there's like tempo automation information in it. So this one, let's say, goes down to 104. Sure. Let's say this one is going to change our meter to 3/4. Now again, that's really just going to it's really just going to change the grid, but it can be valuable depending on what you're doing. You definitely want to do it if your music is actually in 3/4 and you want to launch on downbeats. You need to make sure that Live knows that. So now you can see, if you look at our global tempo, if I launch intro, it goes to 108. If I launch verse, it goes back to, it stays at 108 because it doesn't have any info there. This one drops down to 104. This one stays at 104 but switches to 3/4. So what we realized is that this one doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any tempo information in it. So if you start putting tempo and meter changes in one scene launch, you should get in the habit of putting it in all of them, just so that if you jump into one, it is set to the right tempo and meter. Because if we don't give it any information, it's just going to keep doing what the previous one was. So it's a good habit of, if you're going to change the tempo or meter in these scene launches, do it for all of them. Cool? Okay, couple more quick things.